Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Fraser McKenzie here, and welcome to round 16 of the Talk of the Devil Formula 2 Championship, part of the Total Impact Esports Network. So here we go. Yes, your ears do not deceive you. I am back in the commentary box for the first time in TOTD since Bahrain, way back at round 2 for the Formula 1 race. Mind you. So yeah, as I announced on the reverse grid event that we had on Wednesday, it is, I decided to step back from racing and focus on the media side of things. Right now, I'm about halfway through editing together the season-long highlight reel for the TOTD F1 races. I'm on round 7 at the moment. I've taken the last couple of days off, but I'll be back to business tomorrow. And then from there, I've got the F2 highlight reel to put together, and I've got a couple of other highlight reels in leagues elsewhere. So yeah, here we go, round 16, we are in Russia. So let's just quickly run through the driver lineup. For Carlin, it is Matt Goodyear and Liam Hardman. For ART, it's Mason Williams and Elliot Gwilt. Rahul Chandra and Craig Winston. For the Dams team, Nate Davis, my former teammate, and Matt Ashman for Virtuosi. Gary Henderson and Trevor Thorne for the Prema team. Stacey Jade, the first lady to take part in the TOTD League. Fantastic to see the ladies being represented in this league. She's also part of the Total Impact Racing League as well. I've raced against her a couple of times and she is fantastic. Definitely one to watch. It looks like we've got ourselves our Tatiana Calderon of this league. Then you've got Philip Harris, her teammate, both Total Impact racers. Part of the Sauber Junior team, Justin Higham and Ryan Sturman, for Campos, Damian Lightoller, and our championship leader Adrian Solomon for MP Motorsport, Jamie Keats and Jeff LeBlanc for BWT, and Chris Allen and Dave Broadbridge. That is your lineup for this evening. For a lot of these drivers, this is their seat for the rest of this season. No more transfers until the end of the season. And no doubt our F2 champion will get promoted up to Formula 1. Talking of the championship, this is how the championship stands at the moment. We've got Adrian Solomon, 167 points. You've got Liam Hardman not too far behind on 120. A good weekend from Liam could put him right into the championship hunt. And then you've got Nate Davis with 86 points. Elijah LeBlanc with 75. Justin Higham with 69 points. Jack Giles with 69. Tommaso Cosmi with 57. Damian Lightoller with 53. Me with 50 points, but of course I'm not in the championship anymore because I'm not racing anymore. And Chris Allen with 47. That's your top 10 for the Drivers' Championship. The Constructors' Championship, we've got Carlin at the top with 344 points. Virtuosi with 328. Prema with 320. It is very close at the top of the championship with the top 3. We've got MP Motorsport with 266. Trident with 259. BWT with 242, ART 240, Sauber Junior team 214, 210 for the Dams team, and Campos at the bottom of the pile with 112. So anyway, this is Matt Goodyear. He's one of the championship contenders, almost loses the back end there. He was one of the championship contenders at the start of this season. Comes across the line, first lap of the day, a 1:48.728, and there's yellow flags in sector 3. But anyway, let's have a look at Stacey Jade. There's Mason 47.0. Of course, these F2 cars are a bit slower than their F1 counterparts, but doesn't mean we can't get any exciting action. So let's ride on board with Stacy for this lap. One of 2 DRS zones here. That long run down to turn 2. Now this circuit built around the Olympic Park. And first race here in Russia. Also, the same year, Russia hosted the 2014 Winter Olympics. Yellow flags. Yellow flags is one of the BWTs. Yep. See what happens there. So we'll see if we can get a chat with Stacy during qualifying. It's a great circuit here. 3.63 miles, 2 DRS zones. Corners to negotiate. Here we go. This is a very tricky section here. That corner there, turn 16, it caused a lot of havoc in last season's race. The wall getting dislodged, wiping out half the field in the process. Here we go, and across the line, there you go. 47.6. How do you like them apples, boys? You ever wanted to make a statement for your first race? This is how you do it. Here's Jamie Keats. He hasn't got a lap set yet. Careful not to go too wide. He's on the mediums. See what everyone's on. Some are on the super softs, Stacy being one of them. Jamie on the mediums, and wowzers! 47.1. That is a great lap time. What a lap. And lap invalidated by Jeff. A few guys that still haven't done laps yet. It's just this 30-minute qualifying session, and then you've got the feature race, and then the sprint race afterwards. So not very often I can say I'm doing 2 races in one session. I mean, for those watching the stream right now, who's your pick to win the championship at the end of the season? As Jeff comes into the pits. So we've got Hayes in the pits right now, so let's see if we can get her in for a quick chat. It doesn't look like we're going to get her at the moment, but I think she'll just be focused on getting herself into the zone. Instead, let's try our championship leader. Adrian Solomon. Let's try him. So like I said a few minutes ago, where you guys can let me know who your pick is to win the championship with 6 races to go. Do you think it will be Adrian Solomon? Do you think it will be Liam Hardman? Do you think it will be somebody else entirely? Wait and see what happens. Matt Goodyear's retired from the session. Yellow flags in sector 1. That's for one of the dams races. Nevertheless, across the line, we've got C Rants saying Mason to potentially go for the championship. Well, I mean, mathematically it could be possible. He would just need to make sure. He would just need Adrian Solomon to have shocking races throughout the rest of the season. I mean, you get what is it? 4 points for pole position, then 25 points for the win in the feature race, plus a point for the fastest lap. So that's 26, 30 points right out the gate. 46 points times that by 6. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. You never know. You never know. And as I say that, there you go. How's about that? Stacey's teammate, Philip Harris, 45.6. These sort of performances, they will definitely be. Because for some of these guys, this is their first race in the league this evening. Only get one chance to make a first impression. And it looks like Stacey and Philip certainly doing just that. Going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out from here. But anyway, this is Justin Higham coming up for the second DRS zone now. I've got my commentary partner from season 1 of TOTD, Matt Dixon, commentating on the other side. TOTD F1 right now. Can Stephen Harrison hold off Anthony Bauer in his hunts to defend the championship as Justin comes across the line of 48.0? Fantastic lap from him. He'll be happy with that. So this is Trevor Thorne. He hasn't scored that many points in the championship this season, but that could all change. You just never know what's going to happen. It'll be very interesting to see how it all plays out. So yeah, that was one of my questions of the day. You guys can let me know including tonight, what tracks are you looking forward to towards the end of the season? Because we've got tonight Russia, Japan, Mexico, USA, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi. Which of those tracks are you looking forward to most towards the end of this season? I should stress that I'm here tonight instead of Stephen Harris. Philip and Trevor Thorne, how's about that? 45.5 puts him fastest. He's into the pits. So the order as it stands, we've got Trevor Thorne on provisional pole, Philip Harris in second, Solomon, our championship leader, in third. And we've got Jack Smith in the chat saying Mexico, track he's looking forward to in this final quarter of the season. I mean, yeah, I can understand why it is a very fast track, especially the beginning of the lap, as about that. Thorne once again faster. He gets a faster lap of 45.3. Could we see a 144 here? So as I was saying, the order as it stands at the moment, you've got Trevor Thorne on. No, that's. I am a moron. Gary Henderson. It's Gary Henderson. Trevor Thorne's down in 18th. How did I manage that? I am such an idiot sometimes. So anyway, so the running order, so the qualifying order as it stands, we have got, as we see more position changes, we have got Gary Henderson fastest, Jamie Keats second, Philip Harris third, Solomon fourth, Ashman fifth, Mason sixth, Chris Allen seventh, Stacey eighth, Liam ninth, Craig Winston 10th, Justin Higham, Ryan Sturman, Jeff LeBlanc, Matt Goodyear, Dave Broadbridge, Rahul Chandra, Elliot Gwilt, Trevor Thorne, Nate Davis, and Damien Lightoller. Nate Davis and Damien Lightoller yet to set lap times unless they are serving qualifying bans. I might be wrong. So let's double check. Speak and excellent. So let's get. So let's get a quick chat with our championship leader, Adrian Solomon, for. Get a quick chat with Adrian Solomon before qualifying ends. We've got 10 minutes to go. interesting. Bit more background from... There's a bit more background on one of our newcomers, Stacy. Hometown being Brightlingsea, which is a coastal town in Essex. But interestingly lives in Amsterdam. How's about that? So here's Nate Davis. Oh, and I just realised. Do we have a weather forecast? And it looks like yeah, we had. So it looks like Adrian had some connection. Yeah, it looks like Solomon had some connection issues.
Hey, mate.
Ah, there we go. And we have Adrian, and we have just make sure you get the audio included.
I can't. I tried it before, and I tried it with the app, and when I logged into the party, it just kicked me out of the app. It just crashed. Because I'm on my mobile phone for the parties. I'm not running it through the Xbox, sadly. So I can't include it. I mean, I tried to join again, but yeah. Just wait a second. I'm trying it again.
All right, fingers crossed we can sort something out. And oh, hang on a second. Am I right in seeing we see some spots of rain? Yeah, we've got some rain. And we have the rain here. Oh, that's going to make things interesting. That is going to make things interesting. So there we go.
Hey,
there we go. There we go. And yeah, there we go. So there we go. Oh, easy there. So yeah, I've got Stephen Harris with me in the commentary box now. So yeah, you've just joined us at a very convenient time because it's only gone and started to rain.
Yeah, I'm trying to load in the game. To be fair, I've got a blank screen my end. So I can go off what I can see on the stream, which, not by surprise, me and Fern has taken part.
Yeah, so looks like everyone is. Looks like everyone.
Yeah, everyone's coming in. I don't think we're going to see many more people coming out.
So looks like that's it. So like I said, unless I am mistaken, Damien Lightoller, the only driver not to set a lap time. Unless I'm mistaken, he must be serving a qualifying ban.
Yeah, I think he's got a ban to serve.
And so I'll just double check the penalties. So yeah, that's it. That's qualifying over. So let's run through what is now going to be the grid for the race. We have got Gary Henderson fastest, Jamie Keats second, Philip Paris third, Solomon, our championship leader, fourth, Broadbridge in fifth, Matt Ashman sixth, Mason in seventh, Chris Allen eighth, Stacey ninth, Liam 10th. Then for Dams, you've got Craig Winston 11th, followed by Justin Higham, Ryan Sturman, Jeff LeBlanc, Matt Goodyear, Rahul Chandra, Elliot Gwilt, Trevor Thorne, Nate Davis, and Damien Lightoller. Now, interestingly, Nate Davis electing to go out onto wet weather tyres. Now, that's not the smartest idea in the world, because for starters, you are not going to be able to get a faster lap with your wet weather tyres. If anything, you're going to be a lot slower.
To be fair, he is 2 seconds off Trevsky. So, wet. If he can try and push, he might improve. Because 152 around here is quite slow, especially if you're looking 155. Topping out at 150, his next competitor of Trevsky. So it's an interesting call from him, but it's we're going to see if it was going to work out, or if he's just going to get a few practice laps in around Russia just to make sure he can solidify.
Well, that is always a possibility. Forgot to say, you do have your audio included, right? Just double checking.
Yeah.
Good to know. Under two.
I haven't got the game on my screen though, so it's going to be thinking under 2 minutes it's impossible in these conditions. Apparently
that's
2 minutes.
That's one of the F2 races. That's Rahul saying sub 2 minutes in these conditions. And he's right. I completely understand his concern.
Yeah, a bit of wet practice though never hurt anyone.
That is true.
Use this.
You never know. You could actually end up with wet weather conditions this evening for the races. I mean, who knows? I threw these questions out to the chat earlier in qualifying. I'll throw them out to you now, Stephen. Now that I've got someone in the commentary box with me, who do you think is most likely to take the championship with 6 races to go, including tonight?
I'm gonna go with our current leader. It's got to be Adrian. He's finishing top 6 practically every race. So consistent results. And it's a quite a big gap. It's about 45 points, 50-point gap as well, which is
Yeah, absolutely. It is a pretty big gap. It is a pretty big gap to claw back. But all it's going to take is one bad weekend to change the course of the championship. But with the constructors, any one of 3 teams could take the title.
Yeah, that's the battle that I'm keeping my eyes out. Definitely. Probably most people here are keeping their eyes on. Is that battle for constructors, which it's between three teams. Sorry, getting words mixed up. Just come off the back of a 24-hour gameathon. So
yeah. You know what? I'm actually considering doing a 24-hour gameathon as well at some point to help raise some money for like the relief efforts in with the pandemic we're dealing with right now.
yeah, it's a brilliant idea. It's quite hard. Like this last hour is very, very like tiring, and the next day is a write-off as well. So let's see what time.
Yeah, there you go. 2:06.
2:06.
Yeah. So including tonight's track, Russia. Which tracks are you looking forward to?
Mexico.
To the end of the season?
Mexico, you gotta love. You get those late dives.
Yeah.
America as well.
Jack Smith in the stream said Mexico as well. Yeah, Mexico does seem to be very popular with the fans. But nevertheless, there you go. That's our first points of the evening. It is Gary Henderson on pole for this race, and then you've got Jamie Keats alongside him on the front row. Let's say our two of our newcomers this evening. Stacey Davis, a top 10 start, great job for her on her debut, and Philip Harris. So those two guys I have raced against in Total Impact Racing. I have raced against them. I raced against Stacey in the classic car event on a Sunday before I go to do other league duties elsewhere. I've raced against them, and they are fantastic in what is like just whatever car they have. They're just able to get it set up just so, and then you just give them the car, they get the setup, and then you just leave them to their own devices.
Yeah, we saw it in the midweek races and the events, shall I say, with the TI Total Impact guys. And they are rapid, and they can find the second you leave that gap. Speaking from like experience against them, they will find it, and they will go for it.
Yep. A bit like me in a sense. I'm one of those guys that sees the opportunity, just goes for it, regardless of the consequences.
See, I used to be able to do that. I used to be one of those that jumped in at every break. But now I've become consistent. Well, I've become like very, very conservative with my overtakes, and would try and do it on the straight and not into a corner. So here we go. It's round 16 tonight. 5 races to go after this, and it's anyone's guess in both championships. For the Formula 2 championship, we're here at the Sochi Autodrome here in Russia. It's Russia's most popular resort, believe it or not, the unofficial capital of the summer. It's a shame we won't be able to go there this summer, given the circumstances. But the Sochi 2014 Winter Olympics were the most expensive Olympics ever staged from any Olympics, summer or winter, even eclipsing that of Beijing in 2008. But it's a great circuit here, built around the Olympic Park. A number of venues you can actually see when you're driving around the track. I can't actually remember all the venues offhand, but it's 3.63 miles, 2 DRS zones, and 18 corners to negotiate. 6 to the left, 12 to the right. And some of the action zones to look out for. You've got turn 2, the race start in 2016. That was a very chaotic affair. And the battle between Hamilton and Vettel between turns 3 and 4. I need to look into the Formula 2 action zones for next season if I decide to commentate for F2 or go back to F1 and join Matt Dixon. But I'll see what happens. And then you've got turn 16. That caused a lot of havoc last season for TOTD, where a number of drivers were caught out by the left-hand side wall. One
all it took was somebody to collide with that wall. The wall got dislodged, and that wall ended up wiping out half the field, myself included.
That's I'm trying to think of the corner. Yes, so it's the after the S section into it's a right-hander at turn 16, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the right-hander just before. It's the right-hander just before the pit entry. Yes.
Yeah. That's a horrible. That wall. Yeah, 100%. The second it sticks out, that's wiped out half the of that.
Half the field, yeah.
Yeah, well, half the field and half the track as well.
Yeah, like I say, speaking from experience, it is not pleasant when that happens. But yeah,
I'm just wait for people to leave so I can actually join the game and watch. Otherwise, I'm going to be off the.
Right. So anyway, I'm just going through the grid order just now. You guys can actually, the viewers can actually see the grid order on screen right now. A few of the drivers electing to start on the mediums. Damien, Nate, I would imagine being short for Nathan. If I'm wrong, let me know. Then you've got Rahul, Matt Goodyear, Ryan Sturman, Winston, Liam, Stacy, and Harriet and Philip. They are all starting on the mediums. Everyone's starting on the super softs. And the interesting thing with the tire compounds that they use here is that they're using the 2018 tire compounds for this. Compared to the 2019 compounds that the F1 teams were using. But yeah, at the end of the day, it means that they only need to worry about making one. It means that the drivers only need to worry about making one stop in these races, unless you end up with front wing damage, which is so often the case.
Yeah, so I looked. I've left my notebook up the top like a rookie, and I've got the strategy written down. But it's between about lap 10 to 14, I think. Especially if you're starting on the softer tyres, is when you're going to stop. And then if you are on the harder, 14 to 18. So that's when I'm predicting people to stop. But we have the formation lap.
Yep.
And no one has.
So anyway, let's just recap the grid now that we've got it. Now that I've got it in front of me. Oh, wait, hang on a second. There we go. Thank you very much. There we go. So there we go. We've got the tire compounds in front of us as well. So let's just recap the grid as we get round to this formation lap. We have got Gary Henderson on pole, JB Keats alongside him on the front row, and then you've got Philip Harris in third. The first, he's the fastest guy on, fastest racer, I should say, because we've got the ladies with us tonight as well in the form of Stacey Jade. Philip Harris in third, Adrian Solomon, our championship leader, fourth, Dave Broadbridge, Matt Ashman, Mason Williams, Chris Allen, Stacey Davis, I just mentioned, Liam Hardman, Craig Winston, Justin Higham, Ryan Sturman, Jeff LeBlanc, Matt Goodyear, Rahul Chandra, Elliot Gwilt, Trevor Thorne, Nate Davis, and Damien Lightoller.
Just looking at the chat, we've got a couple of Mace fans.
We have got a lot of Mason fans here tonight.
And one Hayes fan.
Wow. Hayes to crash out first corner. The Hayes fan. It's actually Anthony Stanley from Total Impact Racing. Welcome along this evening, my friend. you're very mistaken. Oh boy.
I think chat's going to be good tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
it's nice to see that Basher is so high up as well, up in 5th.
yeah, Dave Broadbridge, yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, the starts are what I look forward to most on commentary. Yeah, because here we go. This is what I look forward to on commentary. Yeah, because Murray Walker has his go go go. James Allen has, and it gets underway now. David Croft has lights out, and away we go. But here, for TOTD, here come the lights, and when they go out, it will be race time in Russia! A great start there from the front row. And Solomon's had a great start as well. Liam had a good start as well. Looks relatively clean at the first corner. Oh! I think that was Damien. Yep, it was Damien. He's had a small collision with the wall, and that Travis Thorne as well. It's all happening here, folks. Cars going wide, cars going into the wall, cars losing front wings. It's all happening here. Liam and Sturman. Oh, what's happened to them? Sturman's lost his front wing completely. And I think Liam has lost his end plates as well. Virtual safety car is out, and people are still overtaking. You're not supposed to be overtaking on the safety car. Oh, and Ryan spun it. And we've got a few spinners up here as well. Justin Higham.
Who was that reversing in on track there, almost wiping someone out? I've got to go by stream. I'm so sorry.
Jack Smith, as Jack Smith say, it's like the actual F2 race. And Gregor Telford, one of the bosses, is saying better showing from the CIR guys in the next few weeks once they get used to it. Scar could have pole though. Scar, that being Philip Harris. We've got a lot. Oh, hang on a second. Up front, Jamie Keats battling with Gary Henderson for the lead. Jamie's got the inside line, almost forces him off the track. And just like that, oh, 2 for 1. Henderson losing 2 places just like that. Well, how's about that? So here we go, the order at the end of lap 1. Jamie Keats in the lead, Solomon 2nd, Henderson 3rd, Harris 4th, Allen 5th, Broadbridge, LeBlanc, Stacey Jade, Matt Goodyear, and Winston. That's your top 10. Matt Ashman, Damien Lightoller, and Wilty all in the pits, and Ryan Sturman in the pits. That'll all be for front wing changes, without a doubt. All happening here, folks. Chaos and carnage. What else would you expect when you've got someone like me on commentary? Well, people like us, I should say.
Yeah, it's been a lot more collisions in Singapore last week.
Yeah, because I've been that used to doing commentary by myself over the last few weeks elsewhere.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I'm normally on and comming, not co-comming. It's always me or thanks for following and stuff like that. But yeah, it's.
I'd say Broadbridge tried to get an overtake on Harris, but thought better of it. Well, he couldn't exactly do much about it because he ended up getting a 3-second time penalty and had to let Harris back through.
Can you quickly try and add me to the game so I can?
I mean, worth a shot. See what I can do. Invite to game. There we go.
Perfect. Thanking you.
See what I can do. There we go. Chris Allen, fastest lap of the race so far. As
Very quick. I
Higgins,
hadn't had him.
Higgins in the pits. Hang on a second. There we go. Henderson gets past Solomon. And now Chris Allen wants a piece of the action. Side by side. Right on the, Allen right on the back of Solomon. He had a look. Solomon will be perfectly aware that he's there. And he got such a good run out of that corner. And there he goes, just like that, into third. Chris Allen had such a good exit on that corner. Took full advantage. Thank you very much. We've got Trevor Thorne back in the pits.
Yeah, Trevor's not been having the race, really, has he? He's last 6 races, finished 1 in the points.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best season out of the runners this evening, because he's only had 5 points from all the races he's taken part in this season.
Yeah, Rahul as well. One of those that hasn't got haven't scored points the whole season. But Basher is right on the back of Scar.
Yeah. So now we go. We're on to lap 3 now. DRS is enabled. And just like in F1, you can use the DRS when you're within 1 second of the car in front of you. And Broadbridge, you got an okay run out of the main straight part, round the sweeping right hand of turn 1. Oh, he has a look. He's going for it. Oh, he goes wide, and that's another time penalty. And Mason and Winston both in the pits.
That's the thing with this track. It's quite easy to get those warnings and get those corner cuts. There we go, Trevor. 3 seconds.
It is so easy to accumulate penalties around this track, but I will say this: using the classic cars around this track, the fuel efficiency on this track with the classic cars is abysmal.
I think it's abysmal, just full stop. It's quite a hard track there.
I mean, especially when you've got cars with V8s and V10s in them.
Yeah, 100%.
It looks like the field's starting to spread out now. Jamie's still in the lead. He's about a second ahead of Henderson. Chris Allen's in third. He's about a second ahead of this man here, our championship leader, Adrian Solomon. Then we've got Philip Harris in 5th, Broadbridge 6th, Goodyear in 7th, LeBlanc 8th, Stacey Jade in 9th, and Nate Davis rounding up the top 10. And of course, for those that are new to the this and don't know how the scoring system works, the feature race operates the same as the Formula 1 races, where you've got 25 points for the win, 18 for second, 15 for third, all the way down to 10th for 1 point. But with the sprint race, it's 15 points for the win, and it's only the top 8 that get points, but you still get a point for the fastest lap of the race as well.
It's a big winner so far. We have Badger up 8, Nate up 9, Rahul up 4 on that search for his first points of the season.
Oh, and Winston back in the pits.
Damien up 2.
Yeah, but some of the big losers, you've got Mason losing 8 places, Matt Ashman losing 7. But from the front runners, Chris Allen 5 places off the start. And Trevor back into the pits again. 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And Henderson within DRS range the race leader Jamie Keats. So I've raced against Jamie on a number of occasions, and he definitely has the pace to be able to be a winner here in F2. He's had a few races in F1 this season, but of course with the contract situation, he wasn't able to secure a contract for the remainder of the season, and as a result, he's here in F2 for the rest of the season. But hey, gives him a chance to build some more experience.
More experience, and just having it's more chill in F2 as well, especially if you come down from F1. And you still see you've got something to prove as well, because your name's going to be in those headlights of people that have been
there for a bit
F1.
longer.
Yeah, that and people that have been in F1. Yellow in Sector 1. Can't see anything on the map though.
Yeah. So I'm just focusing on this battle for the lead at the moment. Henderson and Keith. We're about a quarter of the way through the race already. And that's the great thing when you've got races that are just action-packed all the way. I've commentated on. I've called my fair share of races that have just been action-packed all the way, and the laps just fly by so quickly.
Yes, 100%. Singapore last week finished at nearly 12 o'clock.
Oh my!
Just because of the safety cars and stuff like that, and people readying up when they shouldn't have. But we haven't had that. Muirhead 86, hello. Writing evening lads in the chat. But yeah, hello.
Yes.
How's your evening going? But I'm on with Basher, right on the gearbox of Scartrix. And Stacey as well, TR Hayes, right on the back of Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, that's and who's that coming in? That looks like someone coming into the pits. It's one of the Primers. It's Trevor again. Another 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and yeah,
he's retired from the session.
He's retired from the race. It hasn't been the best of races for him this evening.
It hasn't been for the last 6 races, to be brutally honest. Yeah. He's been really unlucky. Jack, yeah, F2 for the win.
Yeah, we've just found out from Antstan that Muirhead is from Total Impact Racing. I mentioned at the top of the broadcast that it was announced during the 10v10 event last Monday that Talk of the Devil is now part of the Total Impact Esports Network, which was announced by Beer and Kebab and our F1 commentator Matt Dixon.
Such a cool name, that, Beer and a Kebab. Oh,
yeah.
God, what I'd do for both one of those at the moment. But yeah. Jack C. Smith, his Instagram, one of the only people that did write F2 for the win. Yeah, so there's your shout out.
Yeah, and that's the Talk of the Devil Instagram put out their promotion for tonight's event, and I stated on my YouTube Instagram that you'll be hearing from yours truly in the commentary box this evening. I announced on Wednesday during the reverse grid event while I was commentating with Matt Dixon, which was won by Joe Allen, and it went down to the wire.
Sorry to cut you off. Stacey is right on the back of Jeff, literally within 0.3 seconds.
Yeah, within the hour's range. I'm actually focusing on that battle right now. So let's just jump on board with Stacey right now. She got a good run out of the final corner. DRS, is she going to be close enough to make an overtake? She's going to try the outside line, which will mean she'll have the inside. Turn 3, things better of it. Anyway, but yeah, one thing I announced was that, the reverse grid event, Joey Allen, one of our managers, he won the event, and it went down to the wire a la Brazil 2008. last corner, and he still managed to win the event on penalty countback.
Yeah, that was a mad last corner. I went from 9th to 4th. There was a massive crash, but yeah, Meaford still on that gearbox of Jamie.
Yeah, but
He's gonna see it.
That's it. And during that
Out wide.
and during that broadcast as well, I also stated that I also made it public for the first time that I was going to be stepping back from racing to focus on the media side of things. I'm about halfway through the races that we've done so far as putting together the highlight reel is concerned. Based on how long the highlights are for each race, you could be looking at a season-long highlight reel that's nearly 3 hours long. So you're not going to be short on highlights throughout this season.
Mate's one of the favourites for the start of the race. He's currently down in 14th, not having one of the best races he's had. And Meafan is just taking the lead. Looks
and
like...
just like that. How on earth did he pull that out of the hat?
I think Jamie crashed.
That explains it. Jamie's plummeting down the order. That's a lot of damage on his front wing.
Oh, he's spun.
The right-hand side of his wing is almost gone completely. He went from 1st all the way down to 6th. And I did.
Closest battles back with Stacey again.
Yeah,
Stacey and Jeff.
Yeah, I did just manage to catch the tail end of what happened with Jamie. I just saw Henderson just get past just like that with relative ease, and then from there, just seeing Jamie plummet down the order, and I just thought, hang on, what's happened here? And there we go. That answers my question. S. Edwards 123 saying give Skehill a shout out. Well, there we go. Shout out to Skehill, whoever that is. So Stacey's still on the back of Jeff, but of course Jeff will be starting to feel those super soft tyres start to go off pretty shortly. And
yeah, it's between that lap 10 and 14 again. So yeah.
She's going for it. She's going for it. Makes the overtake. Oh, just like that. How easy did she make?
Stuck it as well.
How easy did she make that?
Oh, he's just fighting back though.
He's got the DRS.
Will in turn 2.
Will she get him on the switchback? Not quite. They almost made contact there. She's going to get him on turn 3, possibly.
He's pulled away there.
I was even saying during qualifying that that I believe this is our first. The first lady to be part of the TOTD League, be it F1 or F2, and I even said that we have our Tatiana Calderon of the TOTD.
Yeah, definitely. She's showing these boys how to race as well, keeping it clean and keeping it quick.
She's ruthless when she needs to be, and that's the sort of racer I like to see. Ruthless when you need to be, but of course keeping it clean, like you said, at the same time. She's still on the back of Jeff. This is a great battle here. It's only for 7th place though, but still, it's a great battle. She's still
points are points, aren't they? Points are points.
Exactly. She's still on his gearbox. Jeff just can't shake her off right now. Bridge with another time penalty, and
here we go. We're going to see it again.
No, not on this occasion, but she's going to have DRS. Time penalty there. So I'm pretty sure Jeff's got 1 or 2 penalties as well. And Stan seeing that she is a very clean racer. Well, she's definitely demonstrating that. Here we go. Oh, ouch. The DRS. Jeff again going to the inside line. Brakes a fair bit later. Is she going to keep? Oh my! Wow! Phenomenal work there from Stacey J.
And we've got Nate right on the back of Jeff as well. That battle is...
Looks like Nate's wanting a piece of the action as well. And as I say that, he's got a time penalty as well. But he's absolutely brilliant. I say Jeff's starting to go a bit wider on some of those corners now. That is a great aerial shot there. That is a great aerial shot we just saw there on the stream.
Nate's still on that DRS thing. Looks
DRS
like he's pulling, falling back there.
Oh, Jeff's got DRS range on there. Stacey keeps the inside line. And keeps 7th place as a result. And Adrian Solomon, first of the front runners into the pits. Solomon's the first of the front runners into the pits. Broadbridge following suit. Henderson and Allen electing to stay out on the track. And there's Nate. Is he going to get past Jeff? And
yeah, he has. He's kept it clean as well.
Just like that. And that has allowed Stacey to just pull away and say, see you later, boys. And with those...
we're going to see a fight back. A bit of swerving now. A bit of weaving and sweeping from... and Jeff's got that place back. Is he going to get it? He's not going to get this back.
He managed to brake a fair bit later, but Nate's still on his gearbox round turn 3. Like I say, all this battling between these three, and especially in the last couple of laps between Jeff and Nate, has allowed Stacey to just start pulling away.
I think she had the pace beforehand, just got held up by Jeff. Miz told me he was guaranteed a podium.
Well, that's what happens when you set high expectations.
To be fair, the people that I've backed from my first my first commentary job, me, Fern and CJ, both on podium so far. So I'm not going to jinx it though. I'm not going to go for the commentating curse, but
yeah, as I got a message through in the stream, I will not repeat it on stream for the benefit of any kids watching.
Yes, I'm gonna.
And Philip Harris into the lead, and there's Jeff. Jeff comes in as well,
and so we've got Scar Tricks.
That's Philip Harris, Matt Goodyear.
He's currently. Let's see if he can try and get a fast lap, close that gap, because there's a gap formed between first, second, and third.
Well played there from Henderson and Allen.
Yeah, he definitely won't give up. Mace is 13th. Jamie as well. There we go. Jamie's now in 10th. Fell down quite a bit. Was on pole.
Liam with a penalty.
I love how Liam changed his name to TOTD as well.
Fair play to him on that one.
One of the first drivers as well to do it.
I have noticed that a lot of these drivers have changed their gamer tags to represent the different leagues that they are part of.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, 100%.
So we're almost halfway through the race already, and we've got Philip Harris on his debut. He he started third, but now he's up into the lead. Matt Goodyear, he was 15th in qualifying. He's now running second. And then you've got Nate, who was 19th, and he's up into 6th place. But of course, bearing in mind those three that I've just mentioned, they still have to make
need to pit.
stop.
Yeah, 100%. So CJ is right on that gearbox of me Fern again. So where that one, they had a 1 second gap before they both pitted. Clearly, CJ's had the better outlap.
Not quite close enough to.
No, not it's 0.5 seconds. Jamie there, fastest lap.
49.7.
9.7.
So I would imagine in the next 4 or 5 laps we'll see those that are on the medium tyres pit onto the softer tyres.
Yeah, so their pit window is just open. So between now and lap 18 is where I'm predicting people to pit.
Ryan Sturman into the pits from 14th.
Yeah, you can do. You can pause. No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, you can't. I was thinking wrong.
I was like, if we were streaming on YouTube, yes, you'd be able to pause it. On my end, I am actually looking at trying to sort something out where I actually have some good quality equipment to be able to stream straight to our YouTube page.
Yeah, definitely. Can I get a shout out to Sam, who's recovering from COVID-19 and locked in? Yeah, Sam. Hope you are feeling better.
Yeah, well, self-isolation, being quarantined. Understandable that has to be done. Chris Allen getting into 3rd place, but Henderson, round turn 3, he's gonna have a go. Doesn't quite make it stick, but yeah, Sam. Hope you're well. Stay safe, and we hope you get better soon. Hope you're enjoying the coverage this evening. As Henderson tried to have a go at Chris Allen on the switchback round turn 3, but couldn't get anything from it.
CJ has got better and better every week. Every week that I've seen him. An amazing guy as well. Always making sure that everyone in the league's okay as well. But yeah, up in 3rd, doing amazing. Scartrick still got the lead. Still needs to pit though.
Yeah, he's about 5 seconds ahead of Matt Goodyear. I say it's not very often we can actually acknowledge those acts of sportsmanship from these drivers, making sure everybody's okay. I mean, massive kudos to Chris on that front. And actually, talking of which, I actually saw a list on the Formula 1 YouTube. I actually saw a video on the Formula 1 YouTube page yesterday. Top 10 moments of sportsmanship in Formula 1 history, and I think it wasn't really that big a surprise as Stacey comes into the pits on lap 16. Unsurprisingly, number 1 on the list was, of course, that fire that almost took the life of Niki Lauda, and a number of drivers were actually able to pull him out of his burning Ferrari.
Yeah, that was an amazing job from everyone around to get him out. Also an amazing recovery from him, like 68 days Between the crash and
42 actually, 6
42.
weeks. And he was back at Monza and ended up finishing 4th. And I mean, at the end of the day, if you guys haven't already, definitely, I'll say, for those in the UK especially, the film Rush, that is a dramatisation essentially of the rivalry between James Hunt and Niki Lauda during that season. That is one of the best sports films I've ever watched. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an F1 fan, but it is genuinely an incredible film. I mean, you've got a director like Ron Howard who did A Beautiful Mind and Apollo 13, and the music by, in my opinion, the best film composer in the business, for me anyway, the great Hans Zimmer. Just absolutely amazing all round.
Yeah, 100%. More of a John Williams fan though myself.
Fair dues. I mean, you're gonna have those that prefer John Williams. You're gonna have those that like Danny Elfman stuff, and then you've got people like me that just love that epic, grandiose stuff that Hans Zimmer has done. And Matt Goodyear into the pits. 16 laps on those mediums, onto the super softs now to the end of the race.
So we do have Basher right on the back of Liam. I would this year move down to turn 2. Other close battles, Mean Fern, right on the gearbox of CJ again, 0.4, 0.5.
Yeah, so I'm focusing on that battle as well. And I mean, it's all making sense. It's all making sense now why there's a lot of people that are supporting Mason tonight. He has had a lot of personal issues to deal with over the last year, and a lot of them, a couple of the guys saying, yeah, it's great to see him racing again. And Ryan Sturman, he's into the pits and he's retired from the race. That's unfortunate. I'll say, not been the best of races for him, but nevertheless, Philip Harris into the pits. And oh my word, the pit crew weren't even ready for him! The pit crew weren't even ready for him!
Oh no. It might have been a late call. It looked like he had front wing damage, so it could have been a light call, a very late call.
Oh my word, what on earth is happening with the camera? What on earth just happened with the camera there?
He turns right on the gearbox of CJ again. 0.2 now.
I'll say that is
loads of little battles going on.
That is a horrible mistake for him to. That was a horrible mistake from the Sauber Junior team to make. They didn't. They didn't even have the tyres ready for him. They had his front wing ready, but they didn't have the tyres ready. But here we are, battle for the lead. Chris Allen, Gary Henderson. Henderson going to have DRS on Allen. 10 laps to go now.
They've flown by. I didn't see it. I haven't looked at the lap counter. It's absolutely flown by. Probably the lack of sleep's kicking in, but yeah, this has been flying through. Okay, so Mace up into 12.
So your 24-hour gameathon. What games did you do during the 24 hours?
I did a bit of Call of Duty, a bit of Fortnite, tried F1, crashed out, got annoyed. So Rocket League, Madden, Flame in a Flood. Yeah, kept it fresh, but it was really nice. Really, the amazing charity Samaritans.
Yeah,
but yeah.
It's like what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on covering Doom Eternal.
Yeah, it's a long game.
Yeah, I don't actually have. I didn't actually buy a copy per se. I actually got it through Boomerang Rentals. It's a game rental service that I've been using for 3 years now. And in that 3-year period, I've saved over £3,000 on gaming alone.
No way. So I think something's happened to Jeff because he's dropped down 2 places, and Nate was picking up, got past him quite easy.
I think he's got some front wing damage. See what happens.
Any racing leagues for F1 2016? I'm not sure that we do anymore.
As far as the league racing is, as far as the racing leagues are concerned, we only really focus on the current F1 game. And from July, we're going to be into season 4, and we're going to have F1 2020. And I've placed my pre-order for the Schumacher edition. I mean, because I'm just looking forward to the prospect of having our own podium celebrations. I mean, I would imagine that with the Schumacher edition, his podium celebration would just be his signature jump and fists in the air.
See, I think I'll be one of the. But here we go. Me further right there. Wheel to wheel.
Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it.
Right lock up there.
I think Chris forced him into a mistake.
I think he should, yeah, it went a bit too deep.
Yeah, I say, and that's the great thing.
Really pushing his car there. Look.
That's the great thing with some of these drivers. I think we saw a couple of lockups there. But I say that's the great thing with some of these drivers. They are so. What's what I'm looking for? They're so tuned
compassionate.
in. They're so tuned in and focused that they are able to coax their fellow drivers into making mistakes. I've done that on a number of occasions. I've coaxed a number of drivers into making mistakes as well, and just taking full advantage of the mistakes they make.
Yeah, definitely. It's like when I play poker.
Big lockup from Henderson. Big lockup.
You're playing the player as well as racing.
Absolutely.
So if you know the person in front of you or behind you will push if they're near the end, you're going to pay to that. Just got to be careful when they're behind you, because you could get spun.
Yeah.
People predicting Macy's going to get a top 10 finish. How far at the top 10?
Because we've got to bear in mind we've got a lot of penalties to go through as well. And as I say that, Chris Allen with another 3-second penalty. Henderson, he's got DRS on Allen.
Liam's got oh no, he hasn't. Got a severe collision with Rahul for G. Wilkie.
Yeah, that was that's Elliot Wilt.
He's got two penalties for it.
Meanwhile, you've got Harris here, and oh, he goes for it! Oh! That was way too ambitious to try. Way too ambitious. Harris went for Broadbridge and ended up going wide on one of a turn 2 there. That's like I said, that was way too ambitious. Way too ambitious, and Harris comes off worse from that. He dropped a little bit behind, but now he's managed to catch back up. He's already back to DRS range of Broadbridge. How's about that? And as I say that, and did Broadbridge just let Harris through without any trouble?
There we go. That mind games have started. He knows that Harris will push him. Macy's going to finish 8th. Is that with penalties? After penalties? Or is that going to be a clean finish? Because he's quite a big gap.
Yeah, he's about 20 seconds behind. Yeah, he's about 25 seconds behind 8th. He's about 20 seconds behind 8th place.
If he finishes 8th though, I don't know what I'll do. I'll let chat decide.
I mean that'd be great. Hats off to him. And that, but I say up front, Henderson,
CJ has dropped down to 2nd.
I say Henderson finally getting past Allen, but now, who's that they've got behind? It's one of the MP boys. It'll be Damien.
Any other close battle? No, this is the closest battle we've got between CJ and me, fan.
Yeah. So we've got 6 laps to go after this. But of course, if things stay as they are, Stacey, in her debut round for TOTD, she will start on reverse grid pole because the top 8 start the sprint race in reverse grid.
Here we go, is Chris going to get it? Is Chris going to get it into turn 15?
Another big lock up there from Henderson. So for the reverse grid, again, for those that are new to this, 8th will start first, 7th will start second, and so on and so forth.
Liam's on the gearbox of Mace as well. In that DRS zone. 0.5 now.
Yeah, five to go after this. Stacey about 4.5 seconds behind Broadbridge, and she is closing that gap.
Liam has got DRS. He's going to get it on Mace here. Down the back of this. On the back of the...
Oh, they almost make contact, and Liam gets through without much difficulty.
There we go. There we go. You said show us Mace. We're doing it now. Just as he gets past though. Probably not what you want to see.
Jeff, another 3-second penalty there.
Chris falling away from.
Yeah, he's out of DRS range, but he was out of DRS range, but he's still got the DRS because what would have happened was he was in DRS range going through the detection zone. But yet, try as he might, he just could not close that gap. And now Matt Goodyear, he's closing in on this battle for the lead. Grandstand finish for the top 3. Yes, please.
Might start supporting Stace. You're going to change who you support just like that. Whoa.
There's always one that's a glory hunter. There's always one that's a glory hunter.
Here we go. We've got Liam.
Chris got DRS on Henderson.
Spin there from Liam. Macy's up to 11th.
And yet Liam's got DRS. Is he gonna be able to do anything about it? Not quite.
No, he had a spin just before the DRS zone.
3.8 seconds between Stacey and Broadbridge. And there we go. Goodyear now within DRS range of this battle for the lead.
Sorry, chat's just making me laugh. They're going to stay with Mace back in 11th.
I mean, S. Edwards, come on, make your blooming mind up.
It's made me giggle.
I say, make your blooming mind up.
Oh, Badger right on the back of Chris as well.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he got such a good run out of that, out of the corner there.
Mace up to 10th as well.
And Mace, how's about that? Mace into the points. But you've still got Mashman side by side, and almost contact with Nate. Three-way scrap for this last points paying position. Mace, Ashman, and Hardman. Told you Mace will coming to the points. Yeah, that all depends on the penalties, though.
Name is rubbish. F3 driver. We've got our own Fernando Alonso. Keep it to engine.
Oh yeah, I'll say.
Liam's been really quick though. This is
he's still battling with Ashman, and meanwhile you got Goodyear almost side by side with Alan. Oh my word! And yellow flag sector 3. That's Liam and Matt. That's Liam and Ashman. And Ashman comes off worse from that. Not what he wanted.
I've just seen Badger is on the softer tyres.
More of the battle for 10th. Yeah, that's no longer feasible at the moment because everyone's spread out. Goodyear gets past Alan without much difficulty.
Yeah, being on those softer tyres, it's only a matter of time. Right, and he's closed right in on Midfern as well. We're more at the battle of 10th.
Yeah, as I like to say, we did have that three-way battle, but with how spread out the battle for 10th is now, it's no longer feasible.
Yeah, it's a seven second gap now. I think Macy's.
Yeah, depending on penalties, I think that's him got his points in the bag. But we'll see what happens with the penalties. Meanwhile, you still got that. That's good here. He's lost his front wing. Well, that went south very quickly. Goodness me.
See Adam dropping off podium. I don't see it anymore. It's most supported in F2.
Well, I think
what a following. I don't know anymore. It's quite close between quite a few people. But in chat, put who you support.
That's it. In the chat, there have been a lot of people supporting Mace tonight.
We've had one supporting Trevsky. Or almost a snap of oversteer from CJ there.
So we're about to head on to the penultimate lap now. Henderson leading, Chris Allen second, and that's one of the virtuosi cars. Now you'd argue he's entitled to unlap himself. And it is Matt Ashman. You'd argue he's entitled to unlap himself. I mean, if he's fast enough to do so, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, the thing is, Matt is 14th as Jeff goes wide. Matt's 14th. He's more or less out of the running for the points.
Getting that camera camera time though, isn't it? That's probably what he's going for.
Well, that's true.
We've got another Mace fan. I have my mum and dad supporting Mace too. Should we?
Me, my dad, uncle, and brother here with Mace 2007 tops on.
Nice. Bit of contact there between Cartman Job and Damien.
Oh yeah, that's Justin and Damien here. Yep. I'll say we're on to the penultimate lap now. And 5-second penalty for Matt Ashman, ignoring blue flags.
I'm normally.
I mean, seriously, can you not see the blue lights flashing? I think that's a clear sign of I don't know. Get out of the way. I think we have seen since his return to TOTD that Matt Ashman hasn't exactly been the best at following the rules.
No, whenever we do a 5 lappers, I always get told to wipe him out. So he's one of those. It's quite funny though.
Yeah, and there we go. And another 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags. Matt, just swallow your pride and just get out of the way. You're ruining the fun. You're ruining this battle for the lead. Well, and the win for that matter, because we're on to the final lap now. 3.6 miles to go before we see who is going to start where in regards to the sprint race. And with the sprint race, you don't need to worry about any mandatory pit stops. Just drive the car all the way to the end. And Matt Ashman...
Yeah, mate.
Matt Ashman, he's unlapped himself by overtaking the leader. What is going on?
This, to be fair, it makes it a closer battle, so I'm not going to argue with it.
Well, there is that, and then Chris Allen now within half a second of Chris Allen. Actually, I'm going to double check the penalties.
I can do that. If you keep eyes on race, I'll check penalties.
I think Henderson's got no penalties. I think Chris Allen's got 1 or 2. And as I say, that Mace gets another penalty. I thought that was Henderson there for a moment.
Yeah, Mace. Say that. Yeah, Mace is. Mace had a big crash at the start.
And hang on, Mace disqualified from the session, failed to use required compounds during mandatory pit stop. Wow. Well, that's a turn up for the books. So I think what happened. I think what happened there was he didn't wait enough laps before making the mandatory stop. You got to wait until like what, lap 6 or something in the F2 races.
Yes, yeah. Which is really unlucky.
That is really unfortunate there. But nevertheless, here we go. Across the line.
Scenes, yeah, you call it.
And there you go. Chris Allen with 6 seconds worth of penalties. And there you go. Gary Henderson wins the feature race for the Russian Grand Prix for the F2 division. And Solomon up into 3rd on penalty countback. Goodyear down to 5th. Not Harris. Harris on his debut into the podium. Jamie Keats 6th. Let's have a look at the rest of the penalties. What's going to happen here? Broadbridge. What's going to happen? And
a Mace disqualification name. Whoa.
He's Stacey into 7th. What's going to happen with Nate? What's going to happen there? And that's it. Dave Broadbridge is going to have reverse grid pull. And Stacey Jade, on her debut, is going to have reverse grid front row for the sprint race. Well, hats off to Philip Harris. If you ever wanted to make a statement on your debut, that's how you do it. 3rd in qualifying, and he's 3rd in the race.
Yeah, definitely. I've just had a message in the chat about using gamer tags. So we're using names at the moment and not using gamer tags.
Right, because with the because that's the way TOTD have done commentary from the start. They've instead of using the gamer tags, they actually use the actual names of the drivers. As I know it's confusing to start with, but the reason why we've gone for using the actual names of the drivers rather than their gamer tags is it's to give the league a more realistic experience, if that makes sense. Because you've got the esports Pro Series that they use the actual names of the drivers there.
Yeah. That's what's. Relying on what chat's saying. That's right.
So there you go. There's your podium. Henderson with the win. Chris Allen second. I mean, hats off to Philip Harris on his debut. Third place. And then you've got Adrian Solomon fourth, Matt Goodyear fifth, Jamie Keats sixth. And what a debut for Stacey Jade as well, seventh. Dave Broadbridge, Nate Davis, and Liam Hardman. That's your top 10. And actually, turns out it's actually 2 points for the fastest lap. So Matt Goodyear got the fastest lap of the race. You got Rahul, Winston, LeBlanc, Ashman, Lightoller, Higham, Gwilty, Sturman, and you've got Sturman and Trevor Thorne that didn't finish, and you had Mason with his disqualification.
So we've got a little break before the sprint. Hopefully no one readies up. So I'm going to quickly grab a break. I'll be back with you shortly.
Fair dues. So yeah, so for those watching on the stream right now, what are your thoughts on that feature race? Any highlights that stood out for you? Yeah, there it is. And yeah, of course, yeah. So there you go. You've got Dave Broadbridge, reverse grid pole, and then you've got Stacey Jade alongside him. Behind them, you've got Jamie Keats, Matt Goodyear, our championship leader, Adrian Solomon. And then you've got Philip Harris, podium in the feature race. Could he get another podium here? Who knows? And then you've got Chris Allen and our race winner for the feature race, Gary Henderson. And then looking down the rest of the grid, you've got Nate Davis, Liam Hardman, Rahul Chandra. You've got Winston, Craig Winston, Jeff LeBlanc, Matt Ashman, Damien Lightoller, Justin Higham, Elliot Gwilt, Ryan Sturman, Trevor Thorne, and then you have Mason Williams, who got disqualified for not making his mandatory pit stop when he needed to. That is a real shame. That's a real shame. Nevertheless, we could be on course for an incredible recovery drive. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, folks.
Evening chat, I am back. So you're going to have one of us at least. Lucky you guys. But yeah, like Fraser was saying, write in the chat what was your highlight, and predictions for this sprint race. So yeah, we've got a couple more minutes break, so probably about 2-3 minutes left. Then we have the sprint race.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, 21 laps. You can get the mediums all the way to the end.
Absolutely.
Super softs, they recommend a one stop though. So
Yeah, because it's highly unlikely, unless you're super careful with your tire management, highly unlikely you'll get them to the end of the race.
let's see. So I know that someone last race did it with 19, had 19 laps.
Wow. Hats off to them for
Rahul.
that.
Rahul had super softs 19 laps.
Well, like I say, hats off to them for that.
So we've got 1 minute warning. So we've got 1 minute left, and then we are going to be lights out.
Yeah, so I've just had a quick scan through the F2 regulations regarding the compulsory pit stop. Yeah, here we go. The compulsory pit stop during race 1, which is the feature race, remained in which all 4 tyres must be changed unless he has used wet weather tyres during race 1. Each driver must use at least one set of each specification of dry weather tyres, which in this case for Russia, super softs and mediums. This mandatory pit stop may not be carried out until the driver has completed 6 laps. So if Mason had waited another couple of laps, he would have been fine. But he ended up with front wing damage, and there you go.
I've been asked by chat to use gamer tags, please. The TOTD F2 one.
Interesting. Well, the thing with that is, I've always used the actual names of the drivers. So
But here we go. We are readying up. So gonna get the formation up, and then we will be going. Yeah, as predicted, everyone on those mediums. No one gonna risk that one stop and adding a bit more time. So as it is, we have Basher, then TR, Hayes, then LRL, JB, AMS, Badger, Ratscat, Scartrix, CJ, Meanfern, Naturator, TOTD 90, Liam, Rahulk, Bodily Wand, XRL, Jailer, Classic Mushroom, Damien, Cutmud Judd, G Woolty, XRL, Rem, Trevsky, and Mace. So predictions. Who do you think is gonna come first in this sprint?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would like to see. I would like to see Hazel Scar come out on top here to just really cement their place in TOTD after a great feature race that they both had. I mean, Scar, 3rd place on the podium, and then Hayes, 7th, resulting in a reverse grid front row start.
See, I'm gonna have my man CJ. I know we're not, as a commentator, it's supposed to be unbiased, but it's my man CJ or Megan Fern, 7th and 8th.
Yeah. I mean, you said it there. Commentators are supposed to be unbiased, but I mean, James Allen, Hungary 2006, Jenson Button's first win. A lot of people wanted to see that.
Yeah, definitely, and you definitely get some bias to some drivers as well, which
yeah. But of course, I've always been someone that's been calling these races as they are without any bias. Here come the lights, and when they go out, it will be race time once again in Russia. Here we go. Sprint race is now underway. Badger, Goody, a great start from him. Oh my word, already up into 2nd place. We got Raskat, that's Solomon. Goodness me, what a start.
everyone keeping it clean. Oh, no,
hang on a second.
Spot.
Spoke too soon. We spoke just a little bit too soon there. And that's, oh, that's Chris Allen.
I know. My man. The man that I have back is now 20th. Mace up to 15th from 20th. And down to 18th, 19th. Something's up.
Oh, he's out. But oh, hang on. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. That's not exactly. Oh my word. That's not exactly allowed. He retired while still on track. You're not supposed to do that. That's going to be a race ban right out of the gate. Because Waddington in the Formula 1 race in Bahrain, which was the last time I commentated for a TOTD League race on this season. Anthony Waddington retired on track in Bahrain, resulting in him getting a race ban. I mean that's one of the rules that's like at the top of the list when it comes to retiring from the race. You do not do that.
Cut my Judd is out. Sorry.
Oh my goodness me! Oh, he's hit the wall. He's put it into the wall.
Oh.
He lost it. He lost it out of the left-hander. He lost it out of that left-right chicane, out of the DRS straight, and that's him out of the race. We've lost 2 drivers just like that.
But here we go. Scartrix is fighting off Basher.
I mean, look at that. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars behind him, all battling for 3rd place.
So from 8th to 3rd, here's an absolute cluster of people.
That's Liam! Liam's in the wall! And oh, goodness me! I think that was Ryan Sturman he contacted with as well. Goodness me! Oh my word!
Yeah, XRL Rem, he's been given the 5 second for that.
Yeah, understandably so. I mean, at the end of the day, could he have taken avoiding action? I don't know. But goodness me, it's all happening here and it's only lap 2!
Yeah, much more late. Well, we had 2 retirements instead of 1. Still this big, massive battle from 3rd to 8th. Basher going wide there, so Ratscat is going to get that move.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Solomon on Broadbridge. There you go.
Hayes right on that gearbox of Classic Mashman as well. Didn't get the drive though, so gonna lose a tiny bit of time. And Classic Mashman getting past Basher there.
Yeah, Ryan Sturman in the pits, understandably so.
Damien in the points as well. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah, but of course, you've got to bear in mind it's only the top 8 that get points.
Just out then. Just out.
So of course, you've got to bear in mind in the sprint race, it's only the top 8 that get points.
Yeah, Mace has left the session.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Like I say, the yeah. So it turns out in both races for the Formula 2, it's 2 points for the fastest lap. So that's 4 points for the fastest lap for pole and qualifying, 2 points for the fastest lap in feature race, 2 points for the fastest lap in the sprint race. That's 8 points already, plus 40 points, 25 for the win in the feature race, 15 points for the sprint race, 48 points on offer.
Oh, absolutely mad. But Bodily won, making that easy for Damien to get through.
Yeah, I didn't realise that. Oh, Damien went a little wide there. I think that's going to allow Wand to get through Wand. That's Craig Winston.
But Hayes has got up into 6th. But Basher is in that DRS zone.
Well played. Very well played. Like I say, for her debut, she has just, in my eyes, she's exceeded all expectations for me. I mean, a strong qualifying performance, great finish in the feature race, and now, all going to plan, you could end up with a fantastic finish to the weekend overall. And Jamie Keats, 3-second penalty there, and Broadbridge had a 3-second penalty as well.
But there we go, look, CJ going from, we've got another crash.
And it's Ryan Sturman this time. What on earth happened there? No, he's retired in the pits. He's retired in the pit lane. See?
Retired in the pit lane. There we go, CJ's gone up to 9th.
And he was what, 19th? He started what, 19th?
No, he started I think 13th.
Oh no, Chris
had that massive.
Oh no, wait, Chris started 7th because he was second on the podium in the feature race. Reverse grid down to 7th.
Yeah, that was it.
He was right at the back at one point.
He crashed. He got spun out.
Yeah, and now what a recovery from him.
Oh, I think I've got my drive of the day.
That's the interesting thing with Formula 2, because you've got both races. Because in my eyes, you've got both races to take into account.
Yes, definitely.
And there you go, Chris gets through with ease.
Damien's right on his gearbox, eh?
Yeah, but
he's just past Damien.
Like I say, Chris got past Damien with ease. And now look at that, he's already starting to pull away. He got Hayes, or Stacey, right on the back of Matt Ashman.
go. Are we going to see it down this back straight? DRS open.
He's got DRS. Won't be close enough on this occasion. And oh, yellow flags in sector 3. Yellow flags in sector 3. Oh, it's my Goodyear! It's my Goodyear! What on earth happened there? He was leading and now he's down to 3rd just like that. What on earth happened there?
Go, still on that gearbox. Dick doesn't get the drive. Classic Mashman getting that drive out of the corner. Going defensive.
She's going to try and brake later. She might get him on the switchback.
No, got the better drive.
Matt Ashman's got the inside line. Turn 3.
Oh, cheeky movement there from Classic Mashman there.
Yeah.
CJ's right. Oh no, I read that wrong. I thought he was on the gearbox of Basher. But with this battling between those two, Basher is closing in.
Ashman went a little wide there. Matt Ashman being very aggressive with his defending. But here comes Stacey.
Makes it stick even before the corner.
Cool as you like. I mean, you said it during the feature race, showing the boys how it's done.
Basher just behind him as well, going for a bit of a a cooler way to take a corner. A bit slower, but cooler but slower.
Yeah, and oh, that's Damien losing a couple of places to our race winner from the feature race, Henderson. But Damien's going to have DRS on. Henderson heading up to turn 2. Such a good run out of that turn.
Go if you jump up for the battle for 5th. Sorry, there was Classic Mashman has just taken the place and got the inside line.
Oh, they almost caught! They almost touch! They almost touch! I think it was more of a gentle nudge that Stacey gave Ashman, just letting him know that, yep, I'm still here. I'm still on your gearbox.
Oh, he's been a crash, another crash.
Oh, that's Trevor. That's Trevor Thorne. Does he have any damage? Doesn't look like it. And oh, oh, dearie me, he's cooked his tires. He has cooked his tires. That is gonna take a while to cool down.
At least he's close to the pits there.
Yeah. And as we say that, yep, he is in the pits.
Ah, he's retired.
Not been a good day. I'll say it's not been a good day for Trevor. It's
It
another
hasn't
race.
been for a while.
I'll say it's another race, another nil point. But meanwhile, this battle for 5th place, Matt Ashman, Stacey Jade, and Dave Broadbridge. Here we go. There we go. She goes for it.
Here we go. Hayes is gonna go for it. Classic Mashman going for breaking out a tiny bit later, but definitely has that drive. We saw this last lap.
Yeah, so we saw that a couple of laps ago. But again, Matt Ashman keeps position. Fantastic scrap.
Basher almost having contact there with Hayes' rear right.
Well, that's interesting you mentioned that. I mean, it looks like it's okay.
Might be just the camera angle. It got pretty close.
Yeah, but as I say, it's a big night in the world of sports. Despite everything going on right now, we've actually got some UFC action tonight. UFC 249. Now, I don't really follow MMA that much, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Scar Tricks, that's Philip Harris. He just got the fastest lap of the race by Goodyear into the pits.
Yeah, one fight's got called off. I haven't followed it today. I'm normally I love watching it, but yeah, I haven't thing.
Yeah, the fight's actually going to be. The event's going to be taking place behind closed doors, but given what's going on right now. Oh, but this time, Stacey had the inside line, but that
Doesn't make it stick there.
Yeah.
3 shots. I'm going to watch this back on the stream because that doesn't look like she's cut corner there.
That is interesting. Yeah, I'll say the.
Yeah, all 4 wheels did leave.
It is. I'll say sometimes the track penalties can be a bit inconsistent on these tracks.
Yeah, definitely, especially on this when it's strict as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I say with regards to UFC 249, the fight that got called off was the lightweight championship match between Khabib Nurmagomedov. How in the world?
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
That's the one. And former interim champion Tony Ferguson. That was slated to headline the event, but because of travel restrictions in place, that fight's been called off.
Someone's camp has coronavirus as well, COVID-19 as well.
Yeah.
But there's a load of contact there between the battle between.
Ashman, Stacey, and Broadbridge.
Yeah,
and
Basher.
Hang on, Chris Allen. Chris Allen's on the back of this battle. 4-car scrap for 5th place. This is gonna get 4th place even. This is gonna get interesting. And we're almost halfway through the sprint race already. So yeah, looks like
my sub. Basher going wide there.
Well, interestingly, so the only championship match for UFC tonight, it's Henry Cujedo and Dominic Cruz for the Bantamweight Championship. Chris gets through on the back of Hayes now.
This is about 4th. Looks like the 4th and 5th. Classic Ashman and Hayter have pulled away a tiny bit from this, from these guys, but
like I said, we just hit the halfway point of the race. Anything can still happen. Liam into the pits. And wait, what? Did we seriously just see a pit stop blunder?
What's happened?
Liam's on wet tyres!
No.
That's our second pit stop blunder of the day! That's our second pit stop blunder of the day!
It's just like Singapore last race where Damien got put on the slicks.
In wet weather conditions, unbelievable! Goodyear getting fastest lap of the race so far. Chris Allen, another 3-second penalty. Goodness me, though. I'll say it's not the first time we've seen pit stop blunders this season, and tonight's proved it probably won't be the last.
Here we go. Hayes is still on that gearbox of classic Mashman. Got DRS a bit too far back,
Yeah.
but closing that gap. Right in those mirrors as well. Imagine seeing, being able to see that car all through. And CJ is closed up again. Look at this,
Goodness
bringing this
me.
battle.
I'll say he has definitely been pulling off some incredible recovery. Some incredible recoveries over the course of today. Henderson, fastest lap of the race.
Liam in the pits to rectify the change to wet tyres. Be a shame now if it rains.
And there we go, Liam's in the pits.
Liam's in getting his slick tyres on, but fingers crossed for rain just because. Just because.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I mean, Vern's right, well, closing in on CJ as well in that DRS zone.
Oh, this is definitely getting good.
Battle. Likes to lock up his tyres.
Oh, dearie me, that is not the sort of thing you want to be doing.
CJ having a look there. Love to see it.
And again,
Just over a second.
and again, Ashman going defensive. Puts him a little bit out of sorts. Still side by side. Still can't get past.
Just over a second splits 4th to 7th, which is absolutely amazing.
See, Stacey's probably wondering, what do I have to do to get past this guy?
Ricardo it. That's it. I'm expecting a Ricardo.
Yeah, just put a stamp on it and just send it. But I think she'll be going for a more calculated Ricardo approach. Because I mean, look how close she is. She's 2 tenths behind. She's going to have a great run with the DRS. As I say that, there it is.
That I
Surely-
think one more lap.
Surely this time.
Ricciardo,
Surely this time. Surely for keeps. And Sean!
oversteer.
Chris takes advantage.
CJ getting past.
Chris Owens took advantage, and so did Henderson.
Oh no, he's backed off.
Goodness me! And I was
Chris,
still,
man, what did you have on your Weetabix this morning? I want it. I want some.
yeah, I think you just don't. You know what? Instead of 2 scoops of protein, let's stick in 3.
Why not? Might as well. 3 scoops of protein and 5 of pre-workout. We'll have to see it.
So I mean, but mind you, I'm more of a Weetabix fan myself. But hey, that's just me. And then Chris and Ash, they almost made contact.
Hayes is on the outside. Oh, edge of seat. There we go.
And oh my word!
Contact. Oh, this is so cool.
What do you have to do to separate these people? What do you have to do to separate them?
I can say what's got to happen to separate these guys, but we don't want to see it.
And Ashman goes wide.
CJ looks at it. Look at that. Looks at it every time. You've got to love to see it. There we go. He's in that inside line.
He's going for it.
Go on, Chris.
Not quite.
He's got the drive as well. It's a twofer.
Stacey, you're losing 2 places just like that. But my word, what a battle this is turning out to be. Oh, another look up from Henderson. Another look up from Henderson.
Still ahead in the corner though.
Unbelievable! Another 3-second penalty there for Stacey. But I mean, this battle's a long way ahead of 8th place, so as it stands, they'll all be these 4 will be guaranteed points regardless.
That's what they've got to keep in mind as well, those points.
Yeah.
Especially with managers watching as well.
And Chris! How's it going, Ashman?
A bit of contact.
And Chris gets through! Chris got through! Incredible! Oh, and Henderson has a go! Thinks better of it.
Everyone's having a go.
Ashman goes wide again. And Henderson takes full advantage.
And if I'm Hayes now, I'm kicking myself. I'm thinking, if these guys can do it, why can't I? I'd be straight up dive bombing into this. Not this corner, next turn. So. Bit too far back, or you can go 0 to hero with a dive bomb from like this far.
He goes for it. No, not quite. Five to go.
JB also pulling away from Scartrix, which you'd love to see.
Another penalty there. That was Winston. Another time penalty there. What a battle for 4th place this has turned out to be. And you've got the same
He still can't get past Mashman, which is
yeah. I think
The later
think
it
it's-
gets,
I think it's at a point where Ashman has become the Vitaly Petrov of this race when you had Alonso being held up by Petrov in Abu Dhabi 2010 when Vettel won the championship that day.
see, the later it gets on, I'm quite an aggressive driver myself. I'm looking for that dive bomb, especially if it hits lap 20 and I'm still in 7th this close. I'm going to send it full on, top right corner, and sending it. Here we go. Classic Mashman going defensive again. We're going to see Hayes outbreak, or almost contact.
Oh, but he's had the inside line this time. And this time, surely, and Ashman again. And Ashman still keeps ahead.
Oh no, the switchback.
Will Matt get the switchback this time? Goodness me, what do you have to do? And there he goes. It's like they're playing hot potato with these positions.
I'm calling Damon Hill on Schumacher. If I'm if I'm Stace, I'm doing it.
If it was for the championship, yes, I'd probably do the same, but no.
Well, even for a debut, imagine saying on your debut finishing 6th.
Albeit in controversial circumstances.
Yeah, but
she thought about going for the overtake, but thought better of it. But Henderson did manage to get ahead of Allen eventually. Here we go. Oh, look at the run she got out of that corner. Surely for keeps this time. Surely. There it is. Slightly wide.
Still there. Oh, see. What's gonna happen? What's she got to do?
Well, what happened was she went wide on the corner. She went wide on that corner. And
Oh, that was.
Hang on. Oh, that's one of the ARTs. Oh, it's Elliot Gwilt. That's who it is.
That'd be Gwilty, they're not G Wilty. Oh yeah.
Laps to go after this. Still no separating these two though.
Absolutely none. Encapsulating stuff.
Absolutely.
Working for me. Whoa. Especially this late in. I think she's got it into turn 2, but are we going to see the return of turn 3 and 4?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Here we go.
She got a much better run this time. Surely this time it's for keeps. Surely this time. There we go. And again. What's she doing? What again? What was she doing? She slowed down again. Was that necessary? Unless, wait a minute, unless what she's doing, unless she's just toying with him. In that case,
that'd be horrible.
absolutely brilliant if that's the case. Unless she's just toying with him. It's just brilliant. I mean, that's what you call mind games. That is brilliant racecraft.
If that's what she's doing, or if she's just unlucky and have we got a pass gate going on.
Well, if it is the mind game she's playing, I mean, hats
Fair
off to
play.
her. Absolutely brilliant. Oh! Sold
Or
him a
she'll make it
dummy!
stick.
She sold him a dummy! And she still can't check past! And oh, hang on a second, hang on! And Stacey's teammate has just gone into the lead! A little bit of oversteer there.
Up 5. Here we go, are we? Oh, we're gonna see it. Oh, we're gonna see it. It's turn 2. Into the braking. We know she can pass here. We've seen it lap after lap.
Here we go again.
Switchback
But
as
this
well.
time she's got the inside line. Matt's gonna try and shut the door on her, and he does.
Courtesy. The courtesy of I don't know what.
I mean, this is brilliant between
He's
these
so
two.
much slower in those corners as well. Look at it.
Oh, hang on! That's my Goodyear! That's my Goodyear out of the race! That's turn 3! And I think yep, there he is!
Here we go. He's had the lead for a tiny bit, but couldn't make it stick.
Still can't get past! What do you have to do? And here we go, it's the last lap of the race as well!
This is it. It's dive bomb. Take his front wing.
She's gonna have to go for something. She's gonna need to take that leap of faith.
I'm taking the front wing right now. Can't make it stick into turn 2.
Could she get him into turn 3?
A bit too far back.
Not close
Oh,
enough.
we're gonna keep it. An amazing battle between these two.
I mean,
All race.
I mean, driver of the day taking both races into account. I'd have to go for Scar Tricks, Philip Harris. I'd have to go with him. I mean, fantastic debut. 3rd in qualifying, 3rd in the feature race, and he's on the verge of his first F2 victory.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's had an absolute an amazing time in this F2 car. But here we go.
Well, so we're going to have to cut away from that.
We're
We're going to have to cut away from that battle for 6 just now.
I'll keep you updated.
Philip Harris comes across the line. Let's watch for penalty count back. And there we go! Philip Harris wins the sprint race. And oh my word!
And she's got it!
It's for keeps! All it took was one mistake!
One mistake.
Jamie Keats, second. Solomon into third on penalty countback.
There it is! No way!
Sixth place! Seventh and sixth on her debut.
Amazing. But yes, Scar Trek, 100% driver of the day. But whoa, we've had a crash as well.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's the same place. I think it was one of the Campos drivers. I think same place. They lost it earlier.
Beyond belief.
These are the sort of races I love commentating on. Just because
So much more, yeah.
action-packed all the way, start to finish.
So much more
Unbelievable.
fun than Singapore with 5 safety cars, but that battle.
But there's your winner. His debut weekend, and what a way to make a first impression. Third in qualifying, 2 podium finishes, one of them being a win.
Hats off, hats off.
Absolutely brilliant. So let's just recap the results. You have, and there you go, Scartrix there. Philip Harris winning. Jamie Keats second. Adrian Solomon, our championship leader, in third. Then you got Gary Henderson, Chris Allen, Stacey Jade, great debut for her. Matt Ashman and Dave Broadbridge. That's your points finishes. And overall, there it is. 30 points on your debut. And Gary Henderson, 39 points. Chris Allen, third over the course of the weekend. Fantastic racing from everybody. And like I say, and a massive congrats to those that made their debut tonight. Philip Harris, driver of the day, without a doubt. And, of course, our Tatiana Calderon of the TOTD, Stacey Jade. Ooh,
Amazing driving from everyone.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant.
It's been a pleasure commentating with you.
Absolutely.
Fraser. I'm gonna have to shoot off and actually catch up on sleep that I've missed out on over the last 48 hours.
Yeah, absolutely well deserved. So yeah, I'm gonna head off as well. I'll get this race up onto the YouTube channel. So yeah, that's it. And I'll catch you guys next week when we head to the land of the rising sun for Japan. Until then, it's good night from us, and thanks for watching.